Hello and welcome to this episode of the Ranting Atheist podcast. So in today's Bible reading, we'll be reading Job chapter 6 to chapter 9. And we see that another of his friends, is it Bildad, continues, is it Bildad? I can't remember exactly, but Bildad also continues advising or rather gaslighting Job. And there's a back and forth between Job and the guy because, man, it's just a fucking circle of gaslighting. That's all I see here. It's just fucked up. And what's the Bible if not fucked up? So if you're yet to subscribe up Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and other places you can find podcasts, then check out the links in the show notes below. This particular Bible study, we do it almost weekly. We try to do it every week on Clubhouse. So you can check out, we use the Nigerian Atheist Club to run that. So check it out. So now let's go and read Job chapter 6 to chapter 9.
Oya jẹ́ ká ka Bíbélì mímọ́. Bíbélì mímọ́ Olúwa sọ wípé nínú Jóòbù ẹsẹ̀ kẹfà àbí bọ́lá sorry Job chapter 6 everybody. I don't forget say
I forgot to
Abi Larry sabi Yoruba small.
Not really. I want
you just know the basics like
things, yeah.
like me. I know just basically.
Apologies.
Right, so, we're starting with Job 6, right?
So who is starting off? Are you starting off or do I?
Yeah, I'll start.
Wait, so you start, Michael. Are you cool to read?
Yeah, I'm good.
So 7, Ore, are you good to read?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so you read 8, I'll read 9. So let's go.
Then Job spoke again. If my misery could be weighted, and my troubles could be put on the scales, they would outweigh all the sands of the sea. And that is why I spoke impulsively. For the Almighty has struck me down with his arrows. Their poison infects my spirit. God's terror are lined up against me. Don't I have a right to complain? Don't white donkeys bar when they find no grass, and ox bellow when they have no food? Don't people complain about unsalted food? Does anyone want the tasteless white of an egg? My appetite disappears when I look at it. I gag at the thought of eating it. Oh, that I might have my request that God will grant.
Sorry. What is this?
Have we lost Hillary? Or am I
that white of egg? Does anyone want? Now white of egg me I like paso.
I like the
I had an exact note on that. Like, what is his beef with the white of an egg?
Maybe it's a kosher, Hebrew shit or something.
Personally, the white was having taste.
I did with Job on this table. Yolk sweet pass white.
Yeah,
yolk is dry. It chokes, man. Yolk they choke.
Then don't.
No, I'm not saying like the white is not like the most delicious thing in the world, but like my appetite disappears when I look at it. I gag at the thought.
I know he's trying to be metaphorical, but there needs to be what's the literal interpretation like.
Hold on, don't misquote Job. He said it was unsalted.
Let's agree that the white of milk is tasteless.
Unsalted food.
Yeah, it's unsalted food.
And we know they salt white of egg now.
And if you guys have eaten food here in the US, you know how it irritates the life out of you. Yeah.
Okay, that was FD. All right, please carry on.
Yeah. Oh, that I might have my request and that God would grant my desire. I wish he would crush me. I wish he would reach out his hand and kill me. At least I can take comfort in this. Despite the pain, I have not denied the words of the Holy One, but I don't have the strength to endure. I have nothing to live for. Do I have the strength of a stone? Is my body all bronze? No, I am utterly helpless. without any chance of success. One should be kind to a fleeting friend, but you accuse me without any fear of the Almighty? My brothers, you have proved as unreliable as a seasonal brook that overflows its banks in the spring, when it is swollen with ice and melting snow. But when the hot weather arrives, the water disappears, the brook vanishes in the heat. Who's talking?
Nah, Job, nah.
Oh no, I mean sorry, no, I mean someone's talking to me in the audio, that's why.
Oh, okay, maybe it's Mike here.
Okay.
Yeah, pardon me, I was following along. Carry.
Okay. The caravans turn aside to be refreshed, and there is nothing to drink, so they die. The caravans from the Tema search for its water. The travelers from for Sheba hope to find it. They count on it, but are disappointed. When they arrive, their hopes are dashed. You too have given no help. You have seen my calamity, and you are afraid? But why? Have I ever asked you for a gift? Have I begged for anything of yours for myself? Have I asked you to rescue me from my enemies or to save me from ruthless people? Teach me, and I'll be quiet. Show me what I have done wrong. Honest words can be painful, but what do your criticisms amount to? Do you think your words are convincing when you regard my cry of desperation? You have even sent an orphan into slavery. You would even send an orphan into slavery or sell a friend. Look at me. Would I lie to your face? Stop assuming my guilt, for I have done no wrong. Do you think I am lying? Don't I see the difference between wrong and right? That's it.
Basically, fuck you, Eliphaz. Fuck you. You blind bitch. Fuck you. That's, Eliphaz was gaslighting him, so he counter-attacked. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Can't you see what's wrong with me?
See all the issues that this guy's going through. The friend is not gaslighting him. Oh.
Wetin remain for Job to talk say, see, this God that we dey worship,
Nah, boo.
e no fair at all. Like, how can you be blaming me when you know that this God used to punish people up and down with no remorse? How can you be blaming me? I thought we were friends. Can you imagine?
What did I do to deserve this kind of, like, it's kind of depressing. This verse. Like, it's
depressing.
really depressing. It's poetic in a very sad way.
The way it's arranged looks like
I
a
was
psalm.
about to talk about how
exactly.
because I write poems a lot and I write on depression, and this is how my poems sound. Like,
yeah.
So basically, always replying Eliphaz. Okay.
Who's next?
Where's the part where you say God should kill him?
But actually, I enjoyed reading this one.
For real? Me, I was confused the whole time.
See, he's just complaining now. He's like, bro, the fuck? When people are complaining about regular things.
Basically, like, motherfucker, are you blind?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you understand? You know, see within this, like, don't you see what's happening to me? Like, it's just, I also kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was something that, you know, one can resonate with. It's like, where is this God when all these bad things are happening to me? Like, what is this fair? Is this how life is supposed to be? Like, what the fuck is all this shit?
Is it that he's not aware of that God is one fucking him up, Abi? He feels life is just happening.
No, I'm pretty sure he knows it's God. Sure.
Because he said, "For the Almighty has struck me down with his arrow." So it's like he's aware God is the one fucking him up.
Yeah, definitely he knows it. But there's nothing.
This type of wahala won't it be God? See.
Yeah, or what do you say? We can't hear you.
I said,
the audio is one kind.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I said, what do you think it is in my clubhouse bio that God na gambler? God gambled on this guy's life, on this guy's comfort. And someone come and say that, like, for what reason? Let's actually dip it. For what reason?
For no reason. God actually said it now. You incited me to ruin him for no reason. I just actually want
to see Aure's this in profile. My auntie said, stop feminizing men. We need our belly men.
Here's a fun question. Like, can someone who knows everything gamble?
I beg you, ask us to
is that even possible,
bro?
Why doesn't
Yeah,
he?
you
like,
they cause headache.
When this
Headache.
method will tell you that the God of the Old Testament, not devil, because
Alright, you
why
need to work on your audio. Sure, you go feel read
yeah,
like this. Your
it's
audio is
going back and
doing
forth.
is
try
going back and forth. It's doing gately.
try
It's doing. Yeah, Michael. Let's go to 7. While Laura is
All right,
working on her.
let's
Mm-hmm.
go with 7 then. Um, is it not all human life? Okay? Let me start again. Sorry. Is not all human life a struggle?
Damn.
Our lives are like that of a hired hand,
Mm,
like a worker who longs for the shade,
mm,
like a servant waiting to be paid. Yeah, this is
mm.
definite poetry.
Oh,
Here,
must he rhyme,
as
Fuck shit.
in here. I too have been assigned months of futility, long and weary nights of misery.
Mm,
Lying in bed, I think, when will it be morning? But the nights drag on, and I toss till dawn.
damn.
Come on, the rhyming plenty.
As a one lyricist just enter the game because the rhyme plenty compared to before now. One lyricist
Yeah,
just
definitely. Like,
this is
my
not
body is
Job.
covered
This is
with
not Job.
it. No, it's definitely Job. He's still
This
going
can't
on
be
now.
Job. No,
Unless now
I
another
beg.
person right now
This
where
is
they
the
call
person that
himself Job.
translated it. Is my audio better
May
now?
we read on. We go see say no be Job. Let's see.
All right. But the night drags on, and I toss till dawn. My body is covered with maggots and scabs. My skin breaks open, oozing with pus. My days fly faster than a weaver's shuttle. I don't know how fast that is. I don't know if anyone else here does.
Now, if you notice, there's a title there. Job cries out to God. I feel this
Job,
is where
yeah,
Job
Job,
comes in now.
yeah.
But anyway,
Okay, Job cries out to God. My days fly faster than a weaver's shuttle. They end without hope. Oh God, remember that my life is but a breath, and I will never again feel happiness. You see me now, but not for long. You will look for me, but I will be gone. Just as a
okay.
cloud dissipates and vanishes, those who die will not come back. They are gone forever from their home, never to be seen again. I
She
cannot
said
keep
the
from
rhyming don't
speaking.
disappear.
Don't go, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
normal talk. Yeah, I get what you mean now. Yeah. Um, I cannot keep from speaking. I must express my anguish. My bitter soul must complain. Am I a sea monster or a dragon that you must place me under guard?
Yeah,
I think, as-
is dragon in
I
the
think,
Bible?
yeah,
I thought it was
this
only
is
Game of
if
Thrones in George R. R. Martin's book with the sea dragon and Harry Potter,
uh,
and the Bible is a serious book. Okay,
it's showing us his stripes. Um,
sea monster and okay, Loch
and
monster maybe.
dragons.
All right, dragon.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, I think my bed will comfort me, and sleep will ease my misery. But then you shatter me with dreams and terrify me with vision. I would rather be strangled, rather die than suffer like this. I hate my life, and I don't want to go on living. Oh, leave me alone for my few remaining days. What are people that you should make so much of us, that you should think of us so often? For you examine us every morning and test us every moment. Why won't you leave me alone, at least for long enough for me to swallow? If I have sinned, what have I done to you, O watcher of all humanity? Why make me your target? Am I a burden to you? Why not just forgive my sin and take away my guilt? For soon I will die in the dust or for soon I will lie down in the dust and die. When you look for me, I will be gone. Hmm.
more
Now God they
more.
follow word though.
As in, my guy went
Jesus.
deep. Oh. Like,
Wait, is
I
my
feel like
audio
I've.
better?
It's basically I God, are you a bastard?
Your audio is
Like
Wait,
good.
why
is
why you
my
just off me?
Why you
Why
do
they
me
you
like
guys chill? Is
this?
my audio better? Is my audio better?
Yeah, your audio
yes,
is good enough.
yeah.
Okay. See, so like, look at this guy. See what he says. What are people us
Ah,
that you should think of us often? Is this not the discussion that we used to have? And why would a
Exactly.
self-sufficient, omniscient, omnipotent entity be so
Be
concerned
so
with human affairs?
obsessed with us.
Human
So
affairs.
obsessed that if you
It
are
makes no sense.
masturbating
Even Job was
in
reasoning
your
it.
bathroom, it will be vexing.
it's gonna kill you
Like,
As
if
in,
your name is Onan.
it's like, why must you be testing us?
Like, why would you send us to earth to test us to see if we are good enough for heaven? Why not just create us in heaven where we have not sinned yet?
You know,
Abby,
if I have
Abby,
sinned, what have I done to you?
You
Okay,
cannot
what I do
question me.
you?
wait,
What I
that's the
do you
thing.
when
Like,
they do me
what
like
if
this?
you are such a big entity? There's nothing I can do that should pain you. That's the truth.
Exactly.
There's not like okay.
Bigger
Look for
than
example.
all my
If
problems.
you as a human being, if an ant is just moving around, if an ant masturbates, will you care? If an ant doesn't, you will
Like,
not care. You won't give a fuck because it does
you
nothing
know,
to you.
You know when they are rubbing their hands, no, they feel that when they are rubbing that their front leg.
Ranting a beg.
Who knows what they are doing? Like
Like you're not supposed to care like this. That's what Job is saying. Job is saying, God, like you're bigger than this. What did I do you? What did I do you
we
that
are
you
we are
don't forgive
non-entities to
pass?
you. So why do you give a fuck?
What did I do you
for
that you
you
don't
examine
forgive
us
pass?
every morning and test us every moment. My guy don't
Cavalry
get
greetings,
work.
brother
You don't
Toji.
have
Please, sit down at the back. You are late.
work.
Thank you very much, sir. I apologize. Carry on.
Welcome. As in, like, it's just there's so much burden, and I feel like as humanity, if there is a God, then this is the question that we should be asking: like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Which kind of what the fuck do you think that you created like this? That children, little newborn babies will be dying of cancer and all sorts of bullshit that is happening, and like you are supposed to be all knowing and all powerful and watching. You're
God
supposed to
has
be
a
watching
plan.
all
dude,
the
He has a
dude,
plan.
dude. What we just read in Genesis, like, I've forgotten. Fuck them kids, man. The motherfucker drowned. He drowned them. So what is cancer? Cancer is slow and painful. Drowning is
yeah,
fast and painful.
yeah.
You know.
Like God likes pain. That's one thing I think we can all agree on.
So
He
it's just
enjoys pain and suffering.
Joseph. You are not coming up here. This is not the room for that. So sorry.
He wants to do apology.
He wants to
What?
come.
Alpha.
Baba, no space for that. We are chilling here, please.
Wait, what
When they
happened?
hear me, when they hear
No.
me,
There's a Joseph guy. He's a conspiracy theorist and all that. So
Oh, let
I
him
don't.
come
I
up.
so I know who he is. That I do.
And
I
tell
do.
him, and Abi Joseph will be able to talk in the
We dey hear you, sweet. I dey hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He clear small, sha.
Good now.
He clear like this. He clear like this.
Speak again.
He clear like this.
We go manage now. We go manage anyhow.
Oh, now,
Clear.
wow.
Would Joseph be able to
Alright.
talk in the after party? I want Joseph to talk in the after party.
Yes.
Is it my
Now,
network that is going in and out?
Okay.
If he's available,
Can you guys
no
hear me
shake it.
clearly? Can you guys hear me
If
clearly?
I can hear you.
Yes, we dey hear you.
Loud and clear.
Okay. So Bildad's first response to Job. Then Bildad is
Sorry, Ore.
Yeah.
Did I just hear a page move? Are you reading from?
Are you reading an actual Bible?
No, it's Hillary. I think it's Hillary's
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Bildad's first response.
Bible.
Me, I get Bible.
She use on the roll. She use on the roll weed, man.
I actually have a Bible, but it's still in like the leather package.
Which version?
I swear I can't even remember. I think it's King James or whatever.
Okay, all
I
right.
have
No
the King
focus. All
James
right.
version, but
Actually,
it's
guys,
the
you know what I saw when I went to bookshop? It was a first edition Bible. King James.
You should have bought it. That thing can be sold for a lot of
That
Is
shit
it
was like $100, bro.
16? I was that version. 1659. I was down.
I think around that time. That's King James time.
Bisexual King James. I mean,
Yes, bisexual King James.
You know
Literally.
what? You know what? Curious thing. If you go to a bookstore, you see where they put the Bible is on fictional shelf.
Not
Where?
Where they put the Bible
Which country? It depends on the
in
country.
Canada, yeah.
it's
That's not that.
It's fictional now. Yeah, we just read about dragons. Someone is referring to dragons here. Like the only place we know we hear dragons is
where
Game of Thrones and Harry Potter.
Yeah, like in the US,
where
right?
if you
Like
touch Bible.
yeah, in the US, right? The section for the Bibles or anything like that is in the religion sector, right? So it has its own category there. You can walk around so many like different types of books on it. But what I saw was it was the collectors' books, right? Sector, and I also the Bible there was very huge. Just in the
Fiction. Wow. Oh yeah.
I have a Bible, but it's a Skeptics Annotated Bible. If you know what that is, you get it.
Wow.
That's not
What?
a real Bible,
I'm
please.
actually
That's not a
curious
real
Like,
Bible.
what that is.
I didn't even know
Damn.
there
It
was
has,
this thing.
yeah, it's Skeptics Annotated Bible. It has all the contradictions everywhere where God is a being.
Is it
Wow. I'm
Amazon?
actually going to look.
I be where you buy them from?
I bought it from Amazon.
I need one of
Oh,
those in my life.
the business
I
is
swear.
What is
demonic.
the name? What is the name of it?
Skeptics
I will,
annotated. Oh, but we can't buy from Amazon. Dollar is
Type
710 now. It's
I
unfortunate.
swear,
God.
yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Start.
The dollar keep
Yeah, who they say thank you, Jesus? May I swear for you. Who be that? Who they say
I
thank you,
told you
Jesus?
I
Told
don't have
him.
my full chest.
I go send you jazz from here.
me
I
with
go
the
put
same,
out for UPS packaging.
me with the same money to
Sure.
own. At least now my money go get weight.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey.
You know the best thing is to any foreign
I'm gonna say
currency.
person go do Yahoo like this.
I swear.
I
At
be honest,
least
you know, do
Yahoo na
before
dollar wey you go dey
before
target.
Zeus go strike you with thunder.
Say person no go do Yahoo. These people are trying to force my hand because
There's no point in
the
earning naira. Go and earn dollar, do Yahoo. I encourage you.
because Bitcoin they do like a higgy haga.
Yeah.
As long as you're scamming white people, I don't really care.
I swear, like it's a worthy cause, man. It's a worthy cause.
No, me, I don't mean
Already
you're hurting human beings, so
Already
it's not
don't
whether they are
think.
white or pink or purple. Like,
No,
you're
but
Sweet,
not,
I'm
what
it
you
racist,
talk?
doesn't sit well with
so
me.
No, like
Ah,
like
Sweet, what you
we
talk?
we owe
What
white
happened to
people a
Ore?
little bit of
already
revenge,
they
even if
post
not
I
small. Mo
swear.
just
So
take
all you want to come and
I
do?
swear.
Oh
Even
no!
Now sweet talk. Wait, you guys shall
even
not
if
sweet
not
talk.
small.
Sweet, what you talk?
eh?
Ah,
Sweet, you did it. What
Swiss
you talk?
network is
I
talking
say you
about.
could speak fonts. I see you did there now.
Wait, please.
Will they help you speak?
I say already good post speak fonts.
hey, Picalomo.
Mm,
Speak and
Oh
don't dey
I
guys,
Hey,
swear.
I don't
we.
Finally.
worry.
Don't worry, there's not too much involved in the picking. Not small thing, not small.
Uh,
uh, anyway,
I saw
build Bildad's Bildad's first response to Job.
oh, his
Then
second friend. Okay.
Bildad the Shuhite replied to Job, "How long will you go like this? You sound like a blustering wind. Does God twist justice? Does the Almighty twist what is right? Your children must have sinned against him, so their
You
punishment was
bastard.
well deserved. But if you pray to God and seek the favor of the Almighty, and
Hey.
if you are pure and live with integrity, he will surely rise up and restore your happy home. And though you started
Impudence.
with little, you will end with much. Just ask the
Wow.
previous generation. Pay attention to the experience of our ancestors. For we were born but yesterday and know nothing. Our days on earth are as fleeting as a shadow. But those who came before us will teach you. They will teach you the wisdom of old. Can papyrus reeds grow tall without a marsh? Can marsh grass flourish without water? While they are still flowering, not yet ready to be cut, they begin to wither more quickly than grass. The same happens to all who forget God. The hopes of the godless evaporate. Their
Mm,
confidence hangs by a thread. They are
mm,
leaning on a spider's web. They
mm.
cling to their home for security, but it won't last. They try to hold it tight, but it will not endure. The godless seem like a lush plant growing in the sunshine, its branches spreading across the garden. Its roots grow down through a pile of stones. It takes hold on a bed of rocks. But when it is uprooted, it is as though it never existed.
Mm.
But that's the end of its life, and others spring up from the earth to replace it. But look, God will not reject a person of integrity, nor will he lend a hand to the wicked. Why is it that Jeff Bezos and not the rest are the richest people in the world since
Ooh
he's
la
not lending hand
la.
to the wicked?
This guy is a fucking
See,
apologist.
you can see the fuck you it is in between. I don't know whether it's me that
I
is
know,
just
yeah,
reading.
I read it. I'm a reader. You will once again fill
I
your
see.
mouth with laughter and your lips with shout of joy. And those who hate you will be clothed with shame, and the home of the wicked will be destroyed. May the Lord
This
bless
guy is a bastard. Like, holy fucking shit. He
Wait,
just
those
gave a good reason why God killed his children. Like, he's not aware of the
like
bet.
I say apologies. Like they could have written that on Bildad's forehead. A terrible
me.
fucking apologies. Anything that God does. See, do you notice how the same way that all these Bible apologists do now? He's asking him to refer to the ancestors. Let's go back to the ways of the old. Let's reverse things. Let's take things backwards. The same fucking thing that they are still doing today. Never forward, always backwards. It's bullshit. And then what's this thing about those who hate you will be clothed with shame? What about the person that is punishing him? Why is that one not clothed with shame? I mean, is that not hatred? The suffering
That
that they are
one they
putting Job.
work in mysterious ways now. You know now. They work in mysterious ways.
Like,
Mysterious and
where exactly is
inexplicable and nonsense ways.
pure
He's making
humanity?
you suffer so that you can appreciate him more.
The
You
hopes
can
of the
imagine.
godless evaporate.
You can imagine.
The hopes
That's
of
where
the
I'm like, oh
godless.
shit, this motherfucker is not talking to Job
That's
again. I'm like, this is not for Job. This is not message. This is
that's
not for Job.
shots
It's
fired.
for us. It's for you.
Shots
For you
fired
fuckers here in this room.
at our Bible
Me, you know
study
me, I am.
today.
You know
It's
me,
for
I
all you
am a social
godless
Christian.
fuckers.
You can
And
imagine.
like,
I told you
okay,
guys
what
that
about
I should.
go on.
Wait, like this is the thing about having apologist friends, and this is why I wish I had more atheist friends in my real life. So I've been dealing with nightmares because I've been off my meds, my mental health meds for a while now. I've been off them since I visited Nigeria and came back. So I've now been having like worst nightmares, worst depressive episodes. It has been really, really, really bad. On top of that, I had an allergic reaction and all that. So when I'm now like complaining to my partner now, I'm like in pain, like I'm in utter pain, physical, emotional, everything, pain. This guy is like, or I go back to God. Ah, I'm like, what's they work this boy? I tell you, say something they do me. You talk say make I go back to God. God that I used to pray to when I was a teenager and I still suffered this thing. What do you mean? Why didn't he do what he could do then? He said, and this time will be different. I'm like, how do you know this time will be different?
As
It's the
in,
Wait,
opportunity now.
because he said so, like that, because that particular guy said so. So this time
this
his
time will be
own.
different.
He knows God more than everybody else.
Can imagine this time will be different. I was just like, I just turned my face away and I was like, fuck this nigga. Next time I'm not going out to the Christian again because what do you mean this time will be different? Because all the times I was praying and crying, I've been dealing with nightmares since I was 6 years old. Ranting, please.
Ranting, are you praying?
I am telling her to end
But
it.
like, see, that's what
Yeah,
I was not even pissed.
Okay.
There are
Like me
beautiful
personally,
women all over your area. What's the problem?
the thing is that me personally, I was not pissed. Like I just knew that that's what a Christian would do. Like if a Christian does not tell you that, they have not started. But I'm just like,
Yeah,
how
everything
do
was correct up to the point of it will be that it will be different this time. That's where you know that it's just spitballing.
yeah, exactly. That's
Him
when
trying to
you
win
know
you
that.
back is a normal response, like expected. But him now trying to give you guarantee, like motherfucker, how did you know? How do you know?
No, exactly. How do you know? And are you saying that my past self was a sinner of some sort that she could not she could not get rid of them? I'm just like
like
you.
his mind probably didn't go that deep, but yeah, that is what he's saying. Like that's the
This
implication
thing,
of what he's saying.
this thing really, I guess like very personal to me. Yeah, this stuff right here, because last year I think I told this story before in this place, but my mom shop got robbed. Right, it was after the whole thing. Everybody's broke. Everyone's looking for money. Mom saw it got robbed, and she used to have this guy. He's a politician in Delta, so he's normally her customer. So he comes to the place, and then he now asks her that have you paid your tithes?
Hey,
My mom looks at him
Oh my
like,
God.
ah,
Hey,
a
what's that supposed
politician,
to mean? Yeah, he's a politician.
a pofoke politician.
Yeah. Let me continue the story.
God damn.
So he's like, because of the nature of his work, he always makes sure that he pays his tithe, everything. My mom just looking at him. I think it was something so outrageous here. Just start looking at a person like you are dead inside.
Yeah.
And that was like the day she got robbed, though. We were just opening the store, see store half empty.
Okay.
The thing is
Yeah.
very triggering
That's
for her. Like,
Ridiculous and insensitive.
yeah,
Motherfucker.
the dismissal of like the pain that she was going through that moment, and the fact that
Did you pay your
afterwards things
tithes?
weren't getting any better. Like we went to church, we went to church at least like 3 times a day, so 3 times a week. So we go to church in the weekends and go to church on Fridays and go to church on Sundays. And
Wow.
sometimes she would leave me. She'll go to church like at night, yeah, and then we'll go to the store. And for 2 weeks, we only make up 500 naira. Highest 1,000 naira. That's how much we make for 2 weeks. So she was still going. I really feel bad for her. Before she died, she gave tithes. I hope the tithes maybe gave her safe trip to heaven.
I hope it gave her peace in the last moment. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, it was horrible though. Like honestly speaking, like so then before she died, she called me. We were talking. You sent me how, she went to church day before. She gave out tithes. She gave out like a certain amount. I 10% how much you make that month, right? She gave that amount to church. And she's like, I'm not getting any better, and it's like everything's getting worse. All you can do is just give positive affirmation that, oh, don't worry,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. Next day, what did I hear? My son died. Oh, yeah, and that was okay. It's just like when people say these things here, do they realize that this life, nobody chooses how it goes? Like, what will happen will happen. And that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Like, you can get upset and you should get sad when it happens, but that's it. Bad things happen, good things happen. There's no divine shit that's going to come in and now alter the
No
way
matter
you
how
go.
much you sin or ask for
There are many
forgiveness,
people who are sinning that are old, though. Many
yeah,
Of course.
it's like look at Tinubu that is running for president. Who wants to tell me that he's not? It's in this.
All these people, all
You have
these
to
old
bring that,
people that
man.
have destroyed Nigeria, all these old people that have destroyed Nigeria.
Guy,
You
Gowon is
understand?
alive.
That-
Hey, hello,
that
hello.
they are
Igbo
living-
people.
alive
Any Igbo
and
person
well,
here. Gowon is
strong.
alive. Gowon killed your
That guy,
ancestors. Gowon is still alive. And you worship God. You praise Jesus. The motherfucker that killed your ancestors. Every fucking Igbo person alive has a relative that was affected by that fucking
As
war.
in,
And Gowon is
he
still
has
alive.
Abacha's son is
lived-
the governor in
he has
Nigeria.
lived a
Gowon is still
fulfilled
alive.
life. He has
If
lived
any,
a
I don't understand why Igbo people are to
and I'm
see.
sure
If any
peaceful
proof
life.
that the wicked doesn't go, wicked people go unpunished, Gowon is a testament to that. You are saying, hey, you don't know what he's facing in his life. You don't know. Motherfucker, the guy is living soft
My
life.
guy, they flex.
Hunger they kill you for your
They
village.
flex.
Your grandfather fought in the war. Your father fought in the war.
One is going to kill the most is that Abacha's son is the governor.
Yeah.
Like
It's
they
not
all
wrong.
like they built generational wealth off the bloods of Nigerians, and there's no karma. So what they will reap is enjoyment because they have built their wealth. Doesn't
Karma
matter
only
where they did it
comes
from.
if we make sure justice is served. It's the human beings that are the
Exactly.
karma. The whole karma,
Exactly.
the whole God will
Exactly.
judge you. It's just a cop out bullshit.
You know,
The wicked
just
gets
us.
away with a lot of shit. Gowon is alive.
Damn
Anytime I tell people say Gowon is alive. If people are saying God will punish Buhari, Gowon is alive. Buhari will live soft life after he come out, after fucking the
As
economy.
in, Buhari has already lived a long and successful life. He has a lovely career.
But Harry, that
beautiful
is one of the
family.
main reasons why Nigeria is the way it is. One of the people that were doing all this military coup back in the day, right?
Let's pause on Nigeria. Let's read Bible
Yeah,
before we go
I
off
was
the
going
deep
to
end.
say something about verse 16.
Okay.
From verse 16 to 19, where it says, "The godless seem like a lush plant growing inside the sunshine. Its branches spreading across the garden. Its roots grow down through a pile of stones. It takes hold on a bed of rocks. But when it is uprooted, it
As
is
though
as
it
though it
never
never
existed.
existed." That's the end of it. Like,
Are they
why
talking
are we
about Jewish
uprooting?
annihilationism? Like the idea
Like,
that people who are good would live on in heaven, but people who are
Alright,
bad
fuck
just
you,
die.
atheist. Don't you get it?
uh,
Fuck you.
like a lush plant, like a plant that has gone through
Huh?
so much to get to where it is, and you just decide to come and uproot it because it is, I don't know what, different from other plants, or it doesn't worship God, or what the fuck is going on there. Like, it's just, the whole idea is just destructive. Anything that is divergent should be destroyed.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
horrible.
You atheist, yeah, wahala. Today I was in a room and someone said
That's why
that,
I'm
you
not
know,
atheist, like you guys, you heathen.
I better go away, you non-believer. Anyways, I was today and they were talking about how, like, oh, people don't always cherry pick the Bible and it's a complete madness, right? That the fact that they cherry pick the Bible. I'm like, hope we know the Bible said that they should kill the godless, right? They should kill non-believers, right? And they should kill disobedient children.
So
Like,
does the Quran. Like,
The
we have to be
Bible said
careful.
you
bro,
should
that
kill people that blaspheme.
yes,
Na
you know
Bible
something,
talk am.
yeah.
Ooh la
People
la.
should use as an argument against people that say that they are pro-life. The Bible says you should kill disobedient children. This child came to
Dude, it
life
falls on
without
deaf ears. Those are,
permission.
they don't give a fuck
Do you
what
know
the
how
Bible
many
says.
adjustments of abortion there are in the Bible? No, they don't give a fuck about
God
that
is
shit.
the most prolific abortionist. Now let's not even. It's not an
See,
argument.
Where
let me
did
tell you
hold on, someone
how
said where did God
pro-abortion
say you
God
should
is.
kill the godless? Okay, let me
Let me tell you how
this
pro-abortion
question.
God is. In the Bible,
See, leave all those questions. Don't
Hold
get
on,
distracted.
guys, hold on. Let me tell Joseph when God says you should kill the Bible. So I want you to turn your Bible to Leviathan 24 verse
Leviathan.
14. What is Leviathan 12 verse 4?
Don't fucking kill me.
Leviticus.
Yeah, so Leviticus, 24 verse 14. Second Chronicles verse
24,
verse
14.
15 from 12 to 18.
Yeah.
So chapter
One at a
15.
time.
Take the
Verse
blasphemer
12 to
outside the
14.
camp and tell those who heard the cause
Look
to
in
lay on
my
their hands.
bio.
Let
Uh-huh.
the
In my
entire
bio.
community. This is actually where Muhammad
See.
copied all this shit from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Exactly.
This is
If
where
you,
Muhammad
guys,
copied
if you
this
look
shit
in my
from.
bio, you will see Leviticus 24:15 to 16, where it says, "He that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall be put to death." Even God did not like unruly children. If a child disobeys his parents, it is supposed to be stoned to death.
But
That's how
Jesus
both
has
sides work.
come to change things. You people should stop all these
Okay,
lies.
fine. Let's do
You
New
that say that God
Testament,
is
right?
unchanging.
Guys, let's do New
Why did
Testament. In New Testament, it says,
go on.
kill anyone in town that worships the wrong God. This is Deuteronomy, whatever you guys pronounce it,
No,
15.
that's Old Testament.
Sorry,
Please
30.
give us.
It's Old Testament. Okay, fine. Is Numbers New Testament?
Yes, New Testament.
No, okay.
Sorry,
Numbers.
Old Testament.
No.
Sorry.
Where
Fuck,
is
I
your
All
where
in
is your
all.
Bible knowledge?
All right.
Yeah, as in, you don't know the
Let's.
difference.
You don't know the
between
Bible
Old
and you're here
Testament
for me atheist.
As the
All right. So New Testament will include all Second Chronicles is in
Old
Corinthians. Sorry,
Testament.
is
Old
in
Okay,
Testament.
Corinthians.
Corinthians is
Okay.
a New
That's
Testament.
Paul. That's New
Yeah.
Testament.
First or second? Which one? First Corinthians or
let me
second?
let me just make sure so the person can actually look at it properly. So we can. Okay, so that's Chronicles, so it's not Corinthians.
The Bible, the New Testament
The
is
Old
quite
Testament.
the New Testament was the hack that repackaged the whole Christianity's and violence.
But then you see a thing, the
That's
reason
what
why
they
we
used to
still
sell
have the
market.
Old Testament in the Bible is because the Old Testament still applies.
They'll say it is history.
Yeah,
It's just
but
telling
it's-
story.
No, it still applies.
Okay, so
But Christians won't agree with
recently
you
I
on that,
watched
though.
a video. Sure, recently I watched a video by the genetically modified skeptic, and what he basically said that he based like with research and all that, and I read through the research that he put. Basically, the whole idea of a Bible, like a compendium of scriptures, was created by what would be considered a heretic. Now, this particular heretic was so anti-Jew, was so anti-Semite that he believed that the Old Testament had no business with the New Testament Bible. I'm talking about different gods. If you check, a lot of people in those days, in the first Christian, what's it called, iteration, believed that Yahweh was the devil and Yahweh did not deserve to be worshipped. That Jesus was actually coming to save us from Yahweh. So a lot of Christians in those days were not on board with putting the Testament.
Please, we need those apocryphal
we are nothing
texts.
but the Jews, nothing like the Jews. So what happened was that a lot of those people were killed and discredited. A lot of those people were killed and discredited, and that's why we.
Is it the Ebionites and the Marcionites? Ebionites.
The Messianites. They are the Marcionites. They are the Messianites.
I know. I read it. Marcionites, Ebionites.
Yeah, Martians.
Okay, is there a New Testament that gave the ruling of what to do if someone rapes a woman?
No, most of those things are Old Testament. To be honest, that's
Okay.
why, when Christians do that apologetics, I understand where they are coming from. But where I would say no is because God said He's unchanging. Like He basically said He doesn't change yesterday, today, and forever. Why is He
Unchangeable,
changing?
you
Why is He
are
changing?
the Lord.
Why is He changing from Old to New Testament? Like, see, His response to everything is to kill people. In Egypt,
Yep.
kill their firstborn son.
Okay,
For
okay,
Abraham,
okay.
kill your
I know
son.
this one. I know this one. So, you guys turn to Romans 9, verse 12.
Romans
Um,
9:12.
Mm-hmm.
Romans 9:12.
All right. So in there, God says that it basically admits that there's some kids that are born that God doesn't like. So He says that He
He calls
loved
people.
Jacob and he hated this other guy.
Whoa.
nah, not
And we know that Esau I
Yeah.
loved, but Jacob I rejected. And
Yes, and
what are that?
also,
What's that? What's
no,
that?
I'm just pointing out some stuff here. So he also,
Yeah, we
now,
go sleep for a year if you want to do all this one. Because there are too
oh,
There's
many bullshit.
okay,
plenty.
You need to just
so
have
let's do
your
this
like your
stuff in the
overarching
after
theme.
party.
yeah.
Yeah, me I read the
Yeah,
Job. No, we end down.
who's supposed to read the last chapter?
Now me they
Who
read.
read
Now
the
me
last
Job 9. Job 9. Now me. All right, so everybody, silence in the church. The topic. Job's third speech, a response to Bildad. I hope he says fuck you. Then Job spoke again. Yes, I know all this is true in principle, but how can a person be declared innocent in God's sight? If someone wanted to make, if someone wanted to take God to court, would it be possible to answer him even once in 1,000 times? Hey. For God is so wise and so mighty. Man, Dick did not start. Who, who has ever challenged him successfully? Without warning, he moves mountains, overturning them in his anger. Why is he getting angry? What a bitch ass nigga, man.
And it's smart.
And this month is on verse. Scatter the word. Okay, focus. Verse 6. He shakes the earth from its place, and its foundations tremble. Earthquake.
Once I beg, we do say swear words now. How about?
Swear words. Please, any other 18 year.
Yes, me, I'm 12 years, I beg.
Don't tell me that.
Wait. Okay, carry on.
All right, carry on. Let's carry on. If he commands it, the sun won't rise and the stars won't shine. He alone has spread out the heavens and marches on the waves of the sea. He that made all the stars, the Bear and the Orion. Is he doing astrology? The Pleiades and the constellations of the southern sky. He does great things too marvelous to understand. He performs countless miracles. Yet, when he comes near, I cannot see him. When he moves by, I do not see him go. If he snatches someone in death, who can stop him? Who dares to ask, what are you doing? And God does not restrain his anger. Even the monsters of the sea are crushed beneath his feet.
You forgot about the dragon.
Fucking hell. That's
Why-
dragon fit born now.
Why will you be having emotions?
He's not above emotions. Like, it's so obvious. God does not he cannot control his anger. Like, anger man. Like, who said it? Who remember that guy? This guy Crematic on Twitter, where he said God needs to go for therapy. Something like that. He needs to work on his.
There's something I want to point out. Is I want to point out about Christians here is that, so I think we all know that women are supposed to be wearing veils, right? Like Muslim women.
Yeah.
Yes, but they don't do it. And you see Christian women having some hypocrisy shit when it's dealing with Muslim women. Like, oh, you guys wear the hijab, you're oppressed, whatever. You're also meant to wear the hijab as well.
No,
the
cover their head. Deeper life women on point.
Cover their hair.
Yeah, but if you don't cover your hair, that people are expected to shave off your hair.
But it's in church.
And most of
Is
them
in
just form and do it on
is in church. They do it like is in church. The presence
Yeah,
of
I
God.
know about that one. Like
So you
If they are
can
wearing wig,
cover
they're
that
not
side.
covering their head. So
Anyway, but God is everywhere too, Sha.
Israel, you're still
Yeah,
enticing
exactly.
Yeah, I'm
if
saying
Always
you're,
it.
if
in
you're
the
wearing
presence
wig.
of God.
So I'm just saying, just to help my
But the head is
sisters.
No, wig is no. See, yes. In second,
They're
wait,
not
in
reasoning
First
up.
Corinthians 11, the hair is actually covering. That's where I think that part when I was like, women that have hair do not need to cover their hair because then the hair provided covering. But women that shave off their
No,
head,
okay, it
like you,
says
Hillary, you must cover your head in church.
go away. It says here, wait, Corinthians, whatever. So
First
for if
Corinthians 11 or
the
First
woman
Corinthians
be
8.
not covered, let her be
Yeah.
shorn. For it is shame for woman to be shorn or shaved. Let her be covered. And how you supposed to wear the hijab now?
Shaved.
Yeah, either
Short
you
shaved.
be
That
shaved, but it's a shame for it to be have
If you
no
don't
hair.
cover your hair.
So just cover it up.
But why did it not say the hair
no,
provided
it's
covering? Because
yeah.
that's the clause. That's why Oedipu's wife does not usually cover her hair.
Maybe it's a
Yes.
conflicting views on it.
Oedipu does not, his
You
wife
know,
does
like in
not
the
cover
New
her hair.
Testament areas where there's a lot more conflict between the scholars. So probably that's why.
Okay.
This thing feels
Let's
like
continue.
we're arguing constitution, to be honest.
As in,
Yeah.
guy, fucking Bible, man. Don't turn constitution. Okay. Verse 14. Chapter 9, verse 14. So who am I that I should try to answer God or even reason with him? Can't. It's an mental. Even if I were right, I would have no defense. I could only plead for mercy. Can you see? And even if
So
I summoned him and he responded, I'm not sure he will listen to me. For he attacks me with a storm and repeatedly wounds me without cause. What kind of abusive relationship is this? What the fuck is this?
as in, like,
He
what's
will
the
not
point of
let, as
anything?
in, he will not let me catch my breath, but fills me instead with bitter sorrows. If it's a question of strength, he is the strong one. If it's a matter of justice, who dares to summon him to court? Though I am innocent, my mouth will pronounce me guilty. Though I am blameless, it will prove me wicked. I am innocent, but it makes no difference to me. I despise my life. Innocent or wicked, it is all the same to God. That's why I say he destroys both the blameless and the wicked. So what's the fucking point of being a believer or worshiping God or licking his ass or riding his dick or sucking his dick? What the fuck?
See, something again. How about?
Sorry. It's an impulse, sorry. 23. When a plague sweeps through, he laughs at the death of the innocent. The whole
What the
earth
fuck?
is in his
Come
hands.
again? Come again? I beg your
When a
pardon.
plague,
I don't understand.
when a
When
plague sweeps through, he laughs at the death of the innocent.
Well, that's
Really,
psychopathic.
he's a
I beg, who
psycho.
is laughing here?
Psychos. Yahweh is a psycho. Yeah. Yahweh
Maybe
is a
hold on.
psycho.
Is John sorry,
Yeah.
is Job just talking for talking's sake?
Sorry, is it Job that will be laughing? Abi, is God that will be laughing?
Yes,
No, it's
God,
God.
now
He
God
said
they
God
laugh
laughs
now.
when
God
the
they
innocent
laugh.
kill
Now
him.
God they
God.
laugh.
For real?
Now God they
Job,
laugh
Come
at
on.
the death
Job
of the
they cry
innocent.
for us now. Now cry Job they cry for us.
And now maybe he's just
Shit.
crying.
Even Thanos don't laugh when he wipe out half
I've
the
been
universe. So, which
He
kind?
just smiled. He just smiled hopefully at this.
You want me to laugh at the death of people, guy?
Holy
The innocent. the in
yeah, that's on Kang shit, man.
What number are we on, I beg?
We're on 24.
Okay, 24 chapter 9, right?
9, chapter 9, yeah. The whole earth is in the hands of the wicked, and God blinds the eyes of the judges. If he is not the one who does it, who is? My life passes more swiftly than a runner. It flees away without a glimpse of happiness. It disappears like a swift papyrus boat, like an eagle swooping down on its prey. If I decided to forget my complaints, to put away my sad face and be cheerful, it will still dread all the pain. For I know you will not find me innocent, O God. Yikes. Whatever happens, I will be found guilty. So what's the use of trying? Abi. Even if I were to wash myself with soap and clean my hands with ire, the fuck? With ire. Iye, abi, is it I am Iye?
I'm on I hear me the production.
With I or Iye, you will plunge me into a muddy ditch, and my own filthy clothing would hate me. God is
Sorry,
not immortal.
it's lie. Let me just
Lie.
lie.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
a
looking at
chemical. Almost, that thing will burn your skin.
lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Lie. Okay.
Mhm.
God is not immortal like me, so I cannot argue with him or take him to trial. If only there were a mediator between us, someone who could bring us together. The mediator could make God stop beating me and I would no longer live in terror of his punishment. Then I could speak to him without fear, but I cannot do that in my own strength. And that is
Damn.
where Jesus comes in.
Did
Man, I
anybody hear
feel
the
so sorry
word
for Job
bully?
though.
Did
Like,
anybody hear the word bully coming from Job's mouth?
But this is an abusive relationship. Like
No,
I'm telling
the
you,
husband is beating the fuck out of the wife. What the fuck?
like when this guy they do me evil, I know fit talk. Wetin I fit do na to beg. I know fit talk. But Job
and
said he
and
did
he's
there.
even saying that even if I beg, nothing will still happen. Even if I beg,
Like
it will not
nothing
work.
go do this. Nothing go do this entity. This entity dey do me evil. I know fit do anything back. So like this guy knows he's so powerless in the face
He's
of this thing, and
fucked.
he dey pain
As
am. He
in,
dey pain.
you know what's funny? Yeah. So I have this friend who is an actual like Bible scholar, right? So he studies the Bible and the history behind it. And I one time pointed out some evil shit that God did in the Bible, and then he's like, "What makes you think that God is good? Have you ever
What
seen
make you
God
think that
actually
God is
say
what?
that He's
I didn't hear
good?"
that part.
I also explained to him that, oh, look all these things that God has done in the Bible, right? Because he's a Christian. And he asked me that, who said that God is good? And I'm like,
Hillary, that was me. That was me when I was a Christian. I was definitely like, God never said he was good. Because read the Bible. God has only said things about it himself. He has only said it was, I'm wrathful, I'm jealous, I'm
yes, it's
vengeful, I
these
will
human
take
beings
your life,
that
and
are
nothing will
attributing
do
good
me.
to him.
Nothing will do me. God has never ever said he was good. And that's why the
God damn
problem of
it.
evil never bothered me as a Christian. Because I'm like,
Oh
this guy
shit.
can do and undo.
no.
This was as a result of
God
the
is not
influence of my
described as
parents.
benevolent in the Bible? I need to look
He's
that up.
never described as benevolent in
So
the Bible.
I mean, like,
And we
unless you are
attribute these
looking at the
things to him.
Trinity, yeah. So you know that three different gods. So it's like it depends on who you're talking about at that moment. So there's one that is very vengeful, very evil, very much has bad temper issues, whatever, right? I think that's Yahweh, but I've forgotten. Yeah, so he is one, but there's one that's actually very doesn't actually care about human beings. He doesn't really notice
Why
them.
should it, like, I've always told Christians
Are we
that
talking
you
about
think
Adonai
God
or
will give a
Elohim?
fuck about your existence. Like, why do
John,
you
actually,
think
no, I wasn't referring to you. It's a friend I have called Benjamin. He's
because
actually he studies the Bible for not really a living, but as a hobby, basically.
I tell Christians something, and what I tell Christians is that it is narcissism, pure narcissism.
We lost you at
Difference of
narcissism.
You're breaking up.
He said
Yeah.
like the
We lost
Yahweh
you at
has come for
narcissism.
you now, talking about shit.
Yahweh is
oh wait,
on your
can you guys
case.
hear me now? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we can hear you.
I said it is pure narcissism. That way, suck my clit. Be careful, don't be destroying my network. Anyway, it is pure
God damn.
narcissism
Uh,
for a Christian to think that you, as a human being, incites the interest of the maker of the universe or the multiverse, whatever you subscribe to. Like, it is pure narcissism. To say, me, a
That's the
human
whole
being
point
with
now.
nothing to offer.
That's the whole
Exactly,
point.
and that's
God is
what I
your
point out
friend.
when
God
I'm
is your
talking to Christians.
padi. God.
The thing is that that's what I point out when I'm talking to Christians is that don't you see how narcissistic you sound? Your God is a narcissist. Who are you? Like, can't you tell? Like, when I listen to my Christian friends talk, like the ones that I have told I'm an atheist and we have these discussions, I'm like, can you not? Are the red flags not ringing? Like, I do
Nope.
not. You cannot
like
see it.
we were created solely for the purpose of worshiping God.
Hell
Like
yeah.
if that's not narcissism, then what the fuck is?
But we're made his image. So as he is narcissistic, we are also
Yes,
narcissistic. Standard. Like, it's inevitable. Like Thanos.
Ziatali is really dropping facts in the It's like man's made universe. Man made the God made the entire universe just to have a relationship with a species of primate on an insignificant planet in the corner of our galaxy. Like if you see how vast the
Okay,
universe
who said
is,
there's a
you know,
galaxy? All those things. NASA is lying. No, NASA is lying. It's a
As
conspiracy.
the
It's a
earth is
conspiracy
flat.
of NASA.
Ranting Abego.
Sweet to the laugh. You know who I'm talking to.
You see, yeah, this is why, like, you guys.
Raccoon City. La, la, la.
See, yeah, this is why, like, you guys should read the Book of Judas. I feel like I said that thing will be.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Jesus is the
Who
bad
has
guy.
read the book of Thomas? Who has read the book of Thomas?
I've not yet read the Book of
Okay,
Thomas.
wait,
Let me
is it
just
You
Thomas?
should
Where
read
Jesus
the
was
book of
laughing at
Thomas.
the disciples now.
Yes, so let me finish up with this one here because like what Jesus says there is very interesting. So he criticizes the 12 disciples here and says that after his departure, his death, the disciples will go out to create 12 churches, 12 different whatever, right? Basically, and they'll continuously make people worship a God that revels in human suffering.
Yeah.
Yes, and basically lead them astray and lead them to damnation.
Yeah.
So Jesus like, hey, oh my
Yeah.
guy, the fuck? Like,
See, that's why
I see why he did not make the cut.
how can
like
Judas have written a book if he died before Jesus? My guy,
Those scriptures are bad for business.
there are lots of
thing,
things that don't make sense either. Welcome
see,
to
do you know the
Buddhism.
key thing is that in the book of Judas and there's another book, Judas was actually Jesus's paddy,
So,
and
hold
that
on.
is why he
Oh, wait,
was.
sorry, let me just answer what someone's saying. So the book of Jesus actually written by somebody else, right? So in the
He's a
second
pseudepigrapher
century,
as well.
yeah, it was written by agnostic Christians. It's not like Judas himself. Okay. All right, continue.
See, sweet. Moses wrote a book that said he died. Joseph, let me tell you something about the Bible. Let me tell you something about the Bible. Most of the books of the Bible are made up. A majority of the
Alright, that's
the
old news
thing
now.
Like
I know, like
all of the books.
maybe Joseph doesn't know the things that
Which
entered
of them are
into the
not made up?
canonization of the current.
Ore, please read Joseph's profile. You are not used. It's not.
Joseph
I've
said we
seen
should give
it.
him
I've seen it. I
evidence.
feel like he can be reasoned with.
Sorry, Ore. Raccoon City is
How do you
Corona.
know that the name that my mom wanted to give me is Ibuko?
Holy Spirit. Oh, flesh and blood did not reveal this to me. Oh, Lekos Kalabashantaraba. Thanks to the spirit of four causes. Hallelujah.
God is using.
I think we should
Through four causes. Holy Spirit is working through four
I think we
causes.
should have the after. Ranting, I think we have like an after party.
Yeah. I think we have come to the end of our
let
show.
me create a room. I'll send you.
Create the room. All right, so go and create the room so that I'll pin it. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please subscribe up Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and other places you find podcasts. Then check out the show notes for links that you may find useful, especially the club we used to host this Bible study. It's called Ranting Atheist, so check it out. Have a great week, and I will catch you on the next one.